everyone. How are you all doing today? I'm Kathy here with another Sunday drive. As always, we start by picking our racer. So let's go over to the wheel. Spin it, spin it, spin it, and we got... Alright, looks like we're playing as Wiggler. Oh hey, we got a new vehicle as well. Cool. Alright, so free roam, change character. Wiggler. And we got the Dread Sled, so you know what? Good enough vehicle as any to use. Alright, so where are we? We're at the Great Question Mark Block Ruins, and you know what? Good enough place as any to start exploring stuff. So, some of you were probably wondering why there was no Sunday ride last week. Well, in all seriousness, last week's Sunday was my birthday. And I took priorities and just had time for myself. As much as I love doing Sunday rides, Sunday this time was more so about just, you know, being with me. There we go. Passed it. Now, what did I end up doing on my birthday? Well, something I do is I go play the One Piece trading card game every Sunday, so I went to go do that. It also allowed me time to hang out with my friends there. I only really ever get to see them on Sundays. And it's more than just playing cards with them as friends. I mean, like, I actually enjoy their company and they enjoy my company. So, you know, it's always a good time. Actually managed to pick up a win this past Sunday as well, like 1 week ago. It was a lot of hard-fought games, to be completely honest with you. A lot of good times. The deck I use, for those who know the One Piece trading card game, is I use a Reiju Vinsmoke deck. And if you don't know who those characters are, well then unfortunately those are spoilers. Well, hello, Seaplane. I wonder if I can get on the seaplane at some point. I'm sure there's some way to get up there. Oh well, let's go up the Great Question Mark Block Ruins. After playing cards, went out with family to get some sushi. Just, you know, I enjoy sushi, so it was a nice thing to grab. Alright, let's see. Great Question Mark Block Ruins. Should be a way up to the very top of that thing. But I also want to get over there, because there is Question Mark Block. Maybe if I go all the way around and fly back over. Oh, hi, Chi-Chi. It was actually been a while since I last got some sushi, so it was a good time. I go to a place that is actually a all-you-can-eat sushi buffet. Well, not really a buffet, it's just all-you-can-eat sushi. Which means they prepare it fresh, bring it right out to your table. You don't have to worry about sneeze guards or anything. You just grab and go. Actually, no, not even grab and go. You just order what you want and they make it, and it comes out fresh just for you. Let's grab these blue coins. Alright, where's the last one? Oh, there it is. There we go. Easy enough. Oh, hello. Well, I got a panel, for what it's worth. Did it say what I got from the panel? Now I wonder if there's a panel over here that I should break these for. Whoa, 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 whoa. Turn back, turn back, turn back. It doesn't look like it. How about in here? It doesn't look like it there either. Oh, I'm sure some of you are wondering, though, about my recent trip to the video game convention, Too Many Games. So, that was a fun weekend overall, but man, oh man, was there stuff that went wrong. No, 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 no. Okay. Let's see if this gives me a boost item. Yep, gave me a mushroom. So, Friday, which is the last weekend in June. So I don't get a hotel room when I go to Too Many Games. There's honestly no point for me to. There we go. Actually, that was relatively easy to get up here. Friday, I know that Too Many Games opens its hall to get people with badges in around 11 o'clock. The convention itself opens at 2, but they want to start getting people in so that they can, get things orderly, and once you're in, you can just go quickly. So, knowing it is a 2-hour car ride from where I live. Ah, shoot. Nope. Bad, 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 bad. Let's go this way and see what we can find. Nope, nope, no, no, no. Falling, 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 falling. Oh, looks like we're going all the way down. No, and we even missed the little lip here. Darn it. Anyway. So I leave the house knowing full well that's going to take me about 2 hours to get there. So I leave with the intent of getting there at 11. So I don't have to wait in any lines or outside or any of that kind of mess. No. Alright. Oh, hey, there's a peach medallion up there. So I leave the house, I go to the gas station, fill up on gas just to make sure that I'm prepared. Falling. Okay, so I can go this way on this track normally. Yeah, there we go. I know I'm not good enough for that jump. And yes, I saw that panel down there. Come on. Get gas in my vehicle, and it is a torrential downpour kind of day. Like, lots of rain, lots of mess, lots of everything. guess who gets stuck behind all the traffic? That's right, me. Oh my word, all of the things I got stuck behind on that. It eventually got to a point where the road went down to one lane, and when things get down to one lane, you know you can't go all that fast. Whoa. Yeah, we're falling down. I can't stay up on these ruins. We're gonna hit a tree, aren't we? No, because trees are not solid, apparently. So traffic gets put down to one lane on the way down. Then, my GPS, because I only make this trip once a year, so I never really remember the route too well. But my GPS is saying, okay, so we're going to take you on some back roads because of how bad the main roads are. It's like, okay, you know what, that's cool, whatever. Come on. So I take these back roads, and sure enough, I get stuck behind a semi-truck. A semi-truck who is going below the 35 mile per hour back road speed limit because of how wet and rainy it is. Okay, I gotta get up there. I know I'm just making big circles, but come on, game. See, the wings last until here. Okay, well that didn't work. Okay, we'll start at what I wanted. So after I get behind the semi-truck, I'm stuck behind this guy for, and again, remember, this is a 2-hour trip. I'm stuck behind this guy for an hour and a half, going under the speed limit, being really annoyed at everything that I had to do there. Eventually, it gets us back on the major highway, and I'm gonna tell you, as soon as I got into 2 lanes, I went around that semi-truck, and I just floored it at that point, because I was already, at least in my mind, late for the time that I wanted. I don't like being late for anything, especially something that I look forward to every year. There we go. Now I got it up here. Alright, let's see what this one is. Excellent tricky path over ancient ruins. Alright, let's see what we can do. Okay, somehow that didn't work out. I don't know how. Retry it. So I get around the semi-truck. I'm now on the single worst road that I have ever been on. Like, this is bad. Okay, we may need an actual, like, speedier vehicle for this one. We're gonna keep Wiggler, but we're changing up our vehicles. Because we have speed, but no acceleration. Well, let's try this. Vehicle that's a little bit more lightweight and all acceleration. But, eventually, because my GPS likes messing with me, alright, retry. This one actually works out a lot better. Because my GPS likes messing with me, I have to go on more back roads. And this time, instead of a semi-truck, I'm stuck behind a dump truck. But being stuck behind a dump truck was actually a blessing. Because it was raining so bad, these back roads that were supposed to be faster were actually pooling with water. And when I say pooling, I mean like there were chunks of water pools of pools of water that luckily there we go. Now we're still gonna hit the retry button to get back there. There were chunks of pools of water that made it really, really hard to progress. But luckily, because of the dump truck that I was behind, the garbage truck, actually made it so that we could get through these little pools of water. Oh wait, actually, let's go this way. No, I messed it up. I messed it up. So because of that dump truck, I actually was able to get through these back road areas that they wanted me to get through. Which was incredible, actually. Like, no joke, it was very good. So the dump truck was my friend for that leg of the race. get there, and instead of at 11 o'clock like I wanted, I get there and it is now 12 o'clock. Now I still get in, I still get my badge, still no problems, but man, was I tired already. The convention didn't even start. I felt like this right now, where I'm just falling and there's nothing I can do and everything's going wrong. You know what? We spent enough time on Great Question Mark Blanc Ruins. Let's go up towards Peach Beach. So we want to just head whichever way is north. Which we're actually doing, so cool. Now, the actual convention itself. Well, this is a... Yeah, hi, Nabbit. This is a medley of piranha plants. Fire, ice, bone, all surrounding the little fire. All of them working together to protect the newborns that are clearly just been planted. Like, you can see the fertilizer and shovels. Like, this is just a family. And Nabbit is also just kind of being funny right now, just running away from me. Yeah, this is actually interesting. Hey, a train. I wonder if the train's going to Peach Beach. Oh wow, a train station. But more importantly, a P-switch. Add the blue coins and enjoy some sea air. There we go. Just get around the cataquacks. So, some cool stuff that did happen to me at the actual convention, though. I was able to meet someone that I was sitting next to randomly on Friday, and they were trying to get a Wii U collection up and running, which I thought was pretty cool. They weren't trying to get like every Wii U game, but they were just trying to get a couple that, you know, were fun to play. And I told them about the Wonderful 101, a game that I've played on this channel a long, long time ago. I actually ran into them later, and they did find it. The big thing I was doing at the convention this year was I was trying to collect every single English release Knockdown card. And unfortunately, that did not happen. A lot of the people who were selling Pokemon cards at the convention were new, which doesn't necessarily mean they're bad, but a lot of them only had the newest of new items and nothing from older sets, and that's what I was looking for, older cards. And a lot of their prices were absolutely abysmal. The going rate for an actual Elite Trainer box is around $50, but the newest set, Destined Rivals, yeah, the cheapest I found there was a $120. So a $50 product, the cheapest I found sold was $120. of a sad sight. There you go, got it. A little bit of a sad sight that it costs so much to get something that should be easy. Like, I want to keep playing Pokemon, I do, but with everyone stealing everything from little kids and stores just so that they can turn around and sell it, it's hard. Oh, okay, that was the wrong way. It's hard to be a Pokemon collector right now when it comes to cards. I only managed to grab 2 Noctowls, and one was from the kindness of a stranger because they're trying to master set everything. Like, every set. And I only wanted owls. So they set aside the 1 owl they got. 1 owl they were planning on buying, I should say. They didn't actually buy it, but they were planning on buying it. They set that aside and let me purchase the $1 Noctowl card. The other Noctowl card I did find was the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box stamped Noctowl that is a Jewel Seeker Noctowl. Which I'm happy about because that was like one of the ones I was missing, obviously. Oops, whoa. Other things I found over the weekend is, I found a video game that I have spent the past 5 years of my life searching for. I'm not even kidding when I say I've spent 5 years looking for this one video game, and oh man. So a while back I decided that I want to collect all the Beautiful Joe games for the Nintendo GameCube. And I thought, okay, cool, so that's like, what, 2 games? Nope, turns out it's more than 2 games. Turns out it's 3 games for the GameCube. And that 3rd game is where things got difficult. The 3rd game is called Beautiful Joe Red Hot Rumble. And that game was my 5-year journey. Beautiful Joe Red Hot Rumble is a hard-to-find GameCube game, but it is not an expensive GameCube game. The going price is around $40, and it's actually been that way for the entire time that I was looking for it. Oh, hey, P-Switch. Focusing. Yay, we did it. That's gonna be hard to do, but we can do it. So, the one time I actually thought I found Beautiful Joe, the first time that I actually really was looking for it was at Too Many Games. And I thought I found it, but turns out I didn't. What I found was a seller selling GameCube plastic cases, like to keep your GameCube games safe in. And they had a few games there that were for display. And among them, they had things like Luigi's Mansion, you know, Kirby Air Ride, but one of the games they had was Beautiful Joe Red Hot Rumble in a display case. So I'm like, oh, cool, I can just finish this right here. No. No, because when I asked them if the game inside the case was for sale, they told me, quote, oh yeah, that's just an empty case we randomly grabbed from the store to put a display up. Are you freaking kidding me? The one game I'm looking for, and that's the game you choose? It's not even like it's a common game that you chose here. It's an uncommon game. Like come on. So I didn't get it that year. A couple of years go by. One year I just didn't find it at all. Another one I found it at a booth, but they were charging $80 for it. And as I said previously, the current asking price was $40. They literally wanted to charge double for this GameCube game. Darn it. Okay. And charging double for a GameCube game that no one else cares about, because I looked at it all weekend and I asked if there was any leeway. They said no multiple times. Yeah, well, no one bought it. No one cares. I was literally the only one who cared, and I wasn't buying. Keep tricking off the wall there. Don't want to. There we go. I don't actually want to go that way. I want to explore this castle a lot more. See if I can get up higher. Ow. But this year, I'm looking around the game booths, you know, the sellers, and you always look everywhere. One of the actual last booths that I was looking at, and I was systematically walking around, but one of the last booths that I was looking at, I see it. I see Beautiful Joe Red Hot Rumble on their shelf. So I do what anyone would do. I inquire, hey, how much for this game? And they say, and the guy says, I don't know, give me a chance to check. And what he does is the one thing that made me the happiest out of everything. The reason why I know the game is $40 is I use a website called Price Charting. What Price Charting does is that it tells you the general prices of games such that people have been paying. That's how I know the game is about $40. Oh. Shoot, I fell. Oh, hello, shortcut. Whoa! Okay, seriously, get me back up there. Peach panel. Ooh, there's a key switch over there. Whoa, 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 whoa. I guess I gotta fall down if I want to get to that key switch. least fall down back over on this side. Anyway, the guy looks at the website price charting to find the price of the game because he didn't know what he had. And I'm not saying he has like the greatest game of all time. No, no, no. That is not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying he has the one game I'm looking for. Hold up. Grab those coins. Whoa, Roger Shell. Go backwards here. Oh. Yeah, I'm not saying that the guy who sold me the game sold me the rarest, most exclusive game of all time. He just sold me the one game I wanted at the asking price that I was expecting. Shoot. Right. But that made me happy. Let's see, what else did I do? Oh, I randomly had a fun interaction with, of all people, YouTube personality Failboat. You know, Mr. The Idea is Simple guy. I actually had no idea who he was at the time, but his girlfriend was in a Splatoon Marina cosplay. And I complimented her on it. It actually was funny because I got a little weird about it. Because as they walk by me just naturally, I take a second and go, wait, is that outfit what I think it is? And I will fully admit that I followed them for about 10 seconds just trying to figure out her outfit. And when I did, that's when I asked her, you know, is this the correct character? And as soon as she turned around, it's very clear to see that she's wearing Marina's outfit from Octo Expansion with the giant octopus medallion and everything as well. But when I asked her if that was her costume, it was Failboat who responded just saying, you know, honey, this person actually knows who your costume is. They were, you know, very happy that I did. I actually didn't even know it was Phil at that point either. Not until some random little kids came along and said, hey, you're Failboat and we love watching your stuff. And at that point I just sort of go, oh, huh. Yeah, I guess it is Failboat. Neat. Not too much else in the way of the interaction for that one. Just one of those fun little things, you know? One of those fun little interactions that you get. Someone else who I actually ran into at the Too Many Games convention, who this one I did know after I saw their face, but I didn't know as I initiated a conversation. And I promise you, I had no idea who this person was when I initially started talking. I was just trying to, you know, make a friend and talk to someone just at a convention. So I'm looking for Noctowls, and I'm at a card seller booth. And while I'm there, I'm waiting my turn patiently to get in because I don't really push or fuss or, you know, shove out of the way anybody to find stuff. I figure, you know, be polite, wait your turn. I know, I'm crazy like that. As I'm waiting, this woman with she comes up and, you know, her boyfriend is looking at stuff, so I can tell that she's clearly not, you know, as into it as everyone else is right now. Like, she appreciates what's going on, but looking for trading cards isn't really her thing. You know, not every type of game is for everybody, and that's fair. You know, I'm not into PlayStation or Xbox myself, and that's just me. Doesn't mean that I despise them, just I know it's not mine. Oh, there's one right there. Okay, so we go up here, go down, hit the rail, collect the peach medallion. Got it. Ow. So I'm just making small talk with her. I show her my knocked out collection, and not a name was said, but then she calls over her boyfriend, and it is Chugga Conroy. It's Emil Chugga Conroy. Yeah. It's definitely one of those moments where it's like, as soon as I saw that it was him, you know, I didn't freak out or anything. You know, the reason why Chugga Conroy is a bigger name for me is because he was the second person I ever saw do any sort of Let's Play content, any sort of video game based video. He was the second one I ever saw. Shoot, fell down. We can do this. The first one I ever saw was Slim Kirby, and that's a story for another time. But I promise you, I kept it as cool as I could. I didn't know who he was, but I didn't make a big show about it. I showed off the Owl collection because his girlfriend was interested in showing that to him, so I did. No problems. Oh, we're falling. You know what? No, let's take the beach. This is Peach Beach, so we're taking the beach. And I made exactly one comment where I might have, you know, hinted at I knew who the person was. And that was when I showed a copy of Jasmine's Gaze that I got while at the convention. Jasmine's Gaze, if you don't know, is a Pokemon trading card where it shows Jasmine, the gym leader from the Gold and Silver games. She is in a cafe eating a gigantic sandwich, and someone is there taking a candid photograph of her. And I showed her, I'll show off that card too because I just picked it up. And I said, it's like, yeah, this is, you know, my favorite type. This is an image I love. I always love it when you can meet someone randomly and not behind any sort of counters. And that was my one hint that I knew who I was talking to. But I promise you this, that was the only hint I gave. I didn't, you know, say out loud, you know, for everyone else. Didn't ask for autographs or anything because, you know, that's not who I am. All I did was, you know, talk to someone who I thought was cool. While it's true I don't remember her name because I'm horrible with names, and I'm sure I could look it up online. Honestly, I just like having the memory in the moment where I just had a good interaction with someone else. Sunday was probably the most interesting day because I got to be an unofficial bodyguard for Vic Villian. She and I, you know, she does agree we're friends, and that's actually pretty cool for me. She is a very wonderful person, very kind, very sweet, and I wanted to try and meet up with her again, and she agreed to. Sunday comes around, and I keep seeing her randomly, but I never interact with her because at that point I'm not sure what our actual relationship is, if we really are friends or if I'm just being a creepy person. Which I can understand. I know how I come off. And she said, no, we're friends when we actually did meet up, so just to give you a little spoiler on that one. So I sent her a Discord message, a personal Discord message saying, hey, did you want to try and meet up? And she goes, oh yeah, where do you want to meet up? And I said, well, right now I'm currently at the card game playing area. And at the card game playing area, there was someone who was just starting to get into One Piece. And they wanted to play against someone who may know what they're doing. And luckily for them, I just so happened to be there and had a minute. Well, I missed. So as I'm playing them, I send Vic some messages, and I'm trying to split my attention, and I promise you, if this person ever watches this video, I promise you I was trying to split my attention between you as well as trying to meet up with my friend. Ah, shoot. Mess that up. I wonder why I didn't make it that time. But eventually, Vic comes over, and I'm about halfway through a game, so I just say, hey, let me finish this up, and we'll hang out for a bit. While I'm playing the game, other people come over, other fans of hers, and they're showing off a lot of work that they did. And it's actually really cool work. Like, they did really well. You know, the artwork that they drew was well done. The stuff they were showing off that I could see looked very professional. I thought they did great. They didn't want anyone else to look at it or acknowledge it because they're still artists at the end of the day, and as I'm sure many of us know, artists are always the most critical of their own works because they see all the flaws because they're the ones who spent the most time with it. But it got to a point where these guys were talking to Vic well after my game was done. Where am I? Salty Speedway and Faraway Oasis. Oasis it is. I actually kinda implied at a certain point that after a while it's like, well, I think I'm going to get going. And Vic also took that to mean, it's been a while. And I waited. And they're nice kids. But I could also tell that Vic was also looking for an out. Because they were socially awkward kids, and we've all been there. We have all been socially awkward. And sometimes you just need to just say, hey, I gotta get going and do other things. Because Invention on Sunday was also getting ready to close up soon. Seriously, I missed that coin. I even drove into the grass to slow down and everything. So, Vic and I now get to walk around for about 1 hour before the end of the convention. Yeah, So, got to hang out with her for a little bit. She was wearing a Sheldon costume, again from Splatoon. She even had little Sheldon licenses to hand out to people, which was just the best thing ever. Now, I will also say that if I wasn't the one to instigate the wanting to go thing with the kids, she probably would have stayed there with them the entire time. Ha! I didn't mind the giraffe, and that's how I won, by not minding the giraffe. So Vic actually bought me a little tiny keychain charm, because I passingly made a joke that I am the unofficial bodyguard of Vic for the last, couple of hours. And she says, well, I pay my bodyguards. But if you guys know me in any way, shape, and form, I got her something too. I showed her a t-shirt booth with Pokemon-themed products, and she showed interest in a Whale Mart shirt. A Whalmer Walmart shirt. So because she showed interest in it, guess what? She now owns it. I told her to tell me clothing size, and yeah. I bought it for her right there. Okay. I went the wrong way, clearly. Oh, wait, no, there's one right here. Oh, because you're supposed to go around and out. So some other stuff I actually got at the convention was I found a bunch of gifts for other people. I found a Hatsune Miku. Ow. Got a Hatsune Miku figure that is a lemon macaroon. That's what it was. So because it was a lemon macaroon, and I have a friend online whose username is Lemon, and she loves Miku, seriously, I bought that for her. I also had a friend whose favorite Pokemon is Banette, the little ghost. Got that. I even got another friend a trading card game that came inside of a plush whale, because they like whales as well. Very whale-centric convention, if you think about it. Well, we hit the grass here. But, yeah, it was a fun convention weekend. Other things going on in my life before we call it a video. I started doing a fun playthrough of Pokemon Scarlet, where I'm just going to be catching Pokemon, playing through story stuff, because I haven't. Eventually I want to get back into my Violet Nuzlocke, but I need to reacquaint myself with how some things work in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And I do eventually need to complete my Pokemon Home Living Dex, where I don't have all the regional variants, but I sure do have one of all regular variants up until Pokemon Arceus. I still need a couple Arceus Pokemon. Oh, slow down. Getting this P-switch, and then calling it a video. Zigzags or zebra down, huh? Ow. I did it! And of course, card openings, they're still going to be coming out daily. Lots of fun, lots of good times. Sorry that I missed last week. I was just too busy with so much other stuff in my life. And honestly, this past actual week has been crazy as well, especially the last few days. But now, we're trying to get back into a normal groove, trying to stay calm, trying to stay happy. But it's now time for me to say thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'll see you all next time.